Ocho, before we get to other news of the day, Chiefs have seemingly found their number one receiver in D Hop. Acquiring D Hop from the Titans only cost Kansas City a conditional fifth-round pick.
Yeah.
Ocho, where would this rank as far as in-season trades if the Kansas City Chiefs go on and do what we think they can do? Where would you rank this in-season trade?
I'd rank this in-season trade probably damn near. Unc got to be one of the best. It got to be the one of the best because you trading for a player, if you put him in the right situation, he can give you what we're used to seeing when he was considered a top 3, top 5 player in the league. You put him in the right situation. That's what's so important. When we're used to seeing D-Hop when he was with Arizona, we saw D-Hop when he was with the goddamn Texans, he was considered one of the best in the game.
Sure.
All of a sudden, he's out of that situation where the opportunities come a little bit more often than normal. So you're able to see the talent. You're able to see the skill. You're able to see how good he is, how he doesn't drop shit. He don't drop nothing, huh?
Yep.
Boy got all state for hands. Now you put him in a situation in Kansas City. You allow him to get acclimated into the offense. He already has 8 for 86. That might, to me, I don't even know a stat line when he was with Tennessee. I guarantee you that's his best game.
Yeah.
It's probably his best game. And he only been there for goddamn 3 business days. It ranks up there. And I think the Chiefs are probably gonna, if and when they do go, maybe back to a chip again, D-Hop is gonna play a big part of that. He's gonna play a damn big part in that.
Yeah, he's look, I wanted D-Hop to go before he signed with Tennessee because I thought that would be a great move for him,
Yeah.
Ocho.
You gotta get that money.
Given the fact, but
you gotta get that money.
You gotta go get the money.
Yeah.
And he did that. But I think that, but he saw losing sucks.
Yeah.
You get that money and you get your eyes beat out. It gets harder and harder to go take your ass to work on Monday, Ocho.
Yeah.
Because you already know what, like, Christian McCaffrey returns to practice for the 49ers. Not only did C-Mac return to the practice field for the first time since week 1, wide receiver Juwan Jennings, kicker Jake Moody, and offensive lineman John Feliciano were all back in action, according to reports on the site. Ocho, what do you expect from the 49ers moving forward?
Once CMC hits that field, the offense gets that much better. Once CMC hits that field, the offense gets that much better. Arguably, CMC was the best running back in the league. I know what Derrick Henry is doing right now, but before CMC got hurt, he was considered the best running back in the league. For all the things that he can do at the receiver position, lining up in the slot, all the things he can do coming out the backfield, catching the ball out the backfield, running the ball, it allows them to do so much more. I think the offensive playbook with Shanahan when CMC is back there, even though Jordan Mason played pretty well, while CMC was out, I think they can do that much more offensively when they have CMC in there.
Yeah, I think healthy. They're still a threat in the NFC.
Hell yeah.
They're still very formidable.
Mm-hmm.
Formidable. Whatever term you want to use. Formidable, formidable. C-Mac, his ability to run the football between the tackles, to hit outside, can catch it out of the backfield. They get Debo back. They get Juwan Jennings back. They have an opportunity to do something really good. Ocho, I want your thoughts on this. Bengals wide receiver rookie Jermaine Burton was spotted in a casino alone at the Hard Rock in Cincy, wearing the same hoodie he had on yesterday. Burton was a healthy scratch again yesterday, and Saturday didn't show up for walkthrough.
Damn, man. I mean, we talked about that a little bit. I think he trains with TJ Houshmandzadeh. I think Hoosh is a good mentor for him. At some point, I'm sure Hoosh is going to talk to him and try to get it through his head. These opportunities aren't going to come often. You have a little leash. Again, they will tolerate you, as you always say, Unc. They will tolerate you until they can replace you. And when it comes to the NFL, everybody's expendable and replaceable, except maybe 1 or 2 guys. And that's literally everybody, no matter what you may think. So Listen, you can't ruin this opportunity. Yeah. You work too hard. You work too hard really all your life. You know, you started this as a teenager. You worked all your life to get to this point where you're able to live out a childhood dream. You're able to be a blessing. You're able to provide for not just yourself, but for your family, and bless all those who helped you and guided you along the way to get to this point in life and in your career. You can't mess it up. You can't mess it up. I'm sure, he has enough people bother him. I would reach out to him, but he already has Hoosh in his corner as someone he talks to and mentors and trains with. And I'm sure Hoosh is going to talk to him and get him together because, hey, that NFL, boy, that NFL stands for not for long, even when you're doing right. So if you ain't doing right, I mean, that leash becomes even shorter.
You're right.
Hey, he's a talent too, boy. He is a fucking talent.
Mike Hilton sent a strong message to the rookie wide receiver. When you get to this point in your career, you got to grow up. You're a grown man. Nobody's going to babysit you anymore.
At all. Joe Burrow had a good quote too. Them boys don't play, man. They have a singular focus. They're trying to win. Not only are they trying to win, they behind the goddamn 8 ball. They ain't with the bullshit.
The Minnesota Vikings stopped their 2-game losing streak by a score of 21-13 over the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts went with Joe Flacco. They benched Anthony Richardson. Sam Darnold was 28 of 34, 293 touchdowns. He had 2 interceptions and a fumble. Justin Jefferson continued his hot streak, 7 for $137. Jordan Addison made a great one-handed catch as they pull away and hold on to win 21-13 over the Indianapolis Colts to keep them somewhat connected to the Detroit Lions. Colts produced their worst offensive performance of the year. Tonight, the Colts had 6. The Colts offense had 6 points, their lowest output of the year. 0 red zone drive, the lowest output of the year. 13 first downs, lowest output of the year. 227 total yards, lowest output of the year. Ocho, watching this game, what did you like about what Minnesota was able to do to get back into the win column?
Back into the win column, they need to give the game ball to Brian Flores. All defense. They played extremely well all 4 quarters. They played all 3 phases of the game extremely well. Sacking Joe Flacco, causing turnovers, interceptions. And hell, the Colts didn't give themselves a chance actually with the turnover that they had. And they picked the worst opportune time to have an inefficient offense against arguably one of the better teams in the NFC. And really, the defense smothered. So Brian Flores, I would like to give him the credit for the win tonight, even though offensively they did what they needed to do as far as scoring points. But that defense was really, really good. Really, really good.
Yeah, you know one thing. When you play the Vikings, they're a pressure defense. They're going to heat you up. Brian Flores is going to heat you up now. So you better, whatever you're doing, you better do it suddenly. You better do it in a hurry because you're not going to have a whole lot of time because he's coming with the pressure package. He believes in his back end. He believes they can hold up, and he believes he can get to you before you get to them. And so that's the number one thing that I've noticed that the games that I've watched them play, and for the most part, they've had a lot of games that's been televised. If you can't, if you can't handle their pressure, you can't deal with their defense. Now, the problem is if Sam Darnold can. Now, when you play Detroit, you turn the ball over 3 times, they're going to blow you out. I'm just telling you, played the Lions and you turned that ball over early like they did, Ocho. That game be over. That game is over by the halftime.
Most definitely, that's probably 17 points. I see them. If you turn it over 3, they scoring 2 off of that in the field goal.
Right, because remember they got a pick 6. So you see, even Indy turned their offensive possession because the last thing you want to happen is a team score when you got the ball. It's hard enough, you know what I'm saying, Ocho? It's hard enough to keep them out of the end zone, especially these high-powered offenses. The Ravens, the Lions, even though Kansas City hadn't got on track, we know they have the potential to be explosive. You let them score when you got the ball, and you catch hell stopping them when they have the ball, you're asking for problems. But I thought...
No, we're just saying they put you behind the 8 ball completely, and you got to do that much more offensively, and damn, they got to play perfect football if you allow them to score on defense.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Joe Flacco could never seem to get into a rhythm. He was 16 of 27, 179, 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times. The biggest issue was their inability to run the football, because in order to slow some of that pressure down, you're going to have to run the football to make them think about something other than your quarterback. And as long as they're teeing off on your quarterback and they're not respecting your run, it's going to be a very difficult evening, especially on the road. And that crowd get to rocking. It's hard. You see, they got a couple of false start penalties, Ocho. And so you needed some resemblance of a run game to try to slow that pressure front of the Vikings down. Jonathan Taylor, 13 for 48. So they had 19 carries for 68 yards. That's not nearly enough. Slightly over 3 yards a carry. That's not nearly enough, Ocho.
That ain't gonna cut it.
No, it won't. It won't. So the Vikings stopped the bleeding of their 2-game losing streak. They moved to 6-2, 21-13 winners over the Indianapolis Colts, who falls to 4-5. No, we're going to talk about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson completed 16 of 19 pass attempts for 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, and had a perfect quarterback rating, 158.3. Lamar now has 4 career games with a perfect quarterback rating with a minimum of 10 passes. He ties the NFL record held by Ben Roethlisberger, who also has 4 such games. Lamar now has 20 passing touchdowns this season after connecting with Zay Flowers twice, Patrick Ricard once. Flowers was Jackson's favorite target on Sunday, 5 receptions, $127. In winning 6 of their past 7 games, the Ravens have beaten 3 teams with a winning record: the Bills, the Commanders, and the Broncos by a combined score of 106-43. But this is the same Baltimore team that lost to 2 last-place teams. They lost to the Browns and they lost to the Ravens. It comes down to the most criticized Ravens defense. When Baltimore holds teams to 25 or fewer points, the Ravens are 4-0.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
They lost to the Ravens and the Browns. They lost to the Raiders and the Browns.
You know what's funny? And you see why I was a little optimistic about maybe the Cowboys being able to pull it off, and changing their season around, is because on any given Sunday, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. Now, as dominant as the Ravens are, if you're a bet man, if you're a gambler man, when they paid the Raiders, you putting all your money on the Ravens. When they played the Browns, you putting all your money on the Browns. But I don't understand why that happens. Maybe playing down to the competition. Maybe the play calling, like you said, when they played the Browns, they only gave goddamn Derrick Henry the ball 11 times. How many rushes Derrick Henry had today?
23.
Okay.
With 2 touchdowns and a buckle 6.
See, maybe that is the formula. Maybe
34. They almost had double the amount of rush attempts as pass attempts. Last week, it was the flip side. Lamar Jackson threw the ball 19 times. Today, they ran it 34 times. That's your recipe. Crazy, and because Lamar doesn't need to throw the ball 30 plus times, because he's going to be so efficient, because the gaps that's going to be in the defense, because you can't stop D. Henry with a light box. So he's throwing against man coverage, and when it's zone coverage, they so out of place because they've taken the false steps trying to get down when he fakes the ball into D. Henry's belly.
Out of position.
Now you out of position, but he's dealing with the ball. He's playing unbelievable. Right now, the MVP is Lamar, is D. Henry, is Jared Goff.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else in that race that you would throw a name in the box?
No.
Okay.
No. Not for me.
Listen, a blind man can see it. I'm not going to mention a blind man name, but a blind man can see there's a chance that Lamar Jackson can win his 3rd MVP. There's a chance that he can win his 3rd MVP. And man, by God, young Bull. I know young Bull watch. They be watching too. I know Lamar probably not watching right now.
Yeah.
He gonna see this, boy. You the real deal, boy. Pompano's finest, boy. I salute you. This is coming from a Bengal. It's coming from a Bengal. But I know one thing. You know who they play Thursday night?
Who they play?
Yeah, okay.
I bet they put pussy.
You know who they play.
I bet they put pussy in you.
Ass. Bet that.
I bet they put pussy.
Ass. And that's respectfully to all my Raven fans. I love you. You know how I feel about you. I love you.
In Baltimore. I got the Ravens.
You won't bet none.
Whatever. Make it loud on yourself.
I ain't gonna do you like that. I ain't gonna take.
Do me like that. Do me like
gonna
that.
take your money. I ain't gonna take your money. And
Yeah,
listen,
I won't take my
we
money.
just talked about what happened when they played the Raiders. We just talked about what happened when they played the Browns. So you think the Bengals finna, after today's game against the Raiders, you think we gonna? Did you
talk about? I remember what they did last time they was in Cincinnati. Dropped the 41 piece on you.
Hold on. Stay with me now. Did you see Joe Burrow today? I don't mean to jump the gun and get off topic. Did you see Joe Burrow today?
How many yards did he throw for against the Ravens last time?
What you talking about last time? We've improved since then.
No, you haven't. Your defense haven't. You just played a bad team. Remember how y'all went to Philly? Philly beat y'all 34-17.
Okay. All right. Mark my words. Now, I told you
he threw for 392. He threw for 392 against the Ravens. How many touchdowns? And 5 TDs. And L. Jack got it.
All right.
He can't beat Lamar. He got one victory against Lamar.
I know that. I know what the record is. I know it. But listen,
Lamar wiping his feet. This is what Lamar do to everybody in the AFC North.
Yeah. We'll see though. We'll see Thursday. Well,
put some on it.
Make it all right. Make it light on yourself then. Make it light on yourself. What you want to do? You call your price.
Better ban. A ban. And I ain't talking about FAMU or Grambling or Southern.
What you want to do? I got what you want to do?
Better ban. I want to ban.
Better. Matter of fact, you know what? Since you're talking, and I got 10 right here, make it 2,000. Now what? What you want to do? Let's go. Hey, Joe, I told you what Joe Burrow said the last time he was in front of the media. We're going to win 7 of the last 9. And starting in number 1 of that next 9 was the day. And the next win is going to be Thursday.
Ain't happening.
Right. And anybody in the chat that got something to say, you bet it too. Put your side bet down. What y'all talking about, man? Who they?
Boy, they playing too good. They playing too good.
Yeah, they playing real good. And listen, Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, Brother Todd Monken, they are playing phenomenal football. Derrick Henry, phenomenal. Zay Flowers, boy, I see you, boy. I see you. But Thursday, no sir. Thursday, no sir.
Eagles beat the Jags 28-23. Saquon hit a backwards hurdle. Devontae Smith, one-handed touchdown grab. Eagles almost let this one slip away. They failed to convert the brotherly shove 2-point conversion. They turned the ball over on 4th and 1. Jake Elliott missed a 57-yard field goal attempt to give the Jaguars the last chance to beat them, but Nakobe Dean, interception in the end zone, saved the game. Ocho, did you watch this game, Ocho? You watched a lot of this game?
I watched spurts of it because I had multiple games going on at once, so my head was on a swivel, left to right, like I was watching a goddamn tennis match. But I was able to watch most of it. I saw some of Saquon plays. I saw Devontae Smith do what he did.
One-hander.
Other than that, I remember tweeting that the Eagles look good. I tweeted this not long ago. I said the Eagles look so good. There's a chance they'll probably be playing for a Super Bowl championship. And everybody tweeted me back, hell no, we not with Nick Sirianni as a coach. And I simply said, even with the inconsistency at the head coaching position that people are complaining about, the offense is so good that I think they can overcome any coaching woes. As long as they play defense, I think they'll be fine. But nobody agrees with me. No, nobody does.
No. Because they don't look as good as the Lions. The Lions look great.
Yeah.
And here's the problem. They're probably going to have to manage AJ with this hamstring. Now, they didn't release the injury of AJ because he left this game, Ocho. So it's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out because they're going to have to manage him. I don't believe they can go all the way without a healthy AJ Brown.
Wait, he went out. He just came back from hamstring, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. Sirianni did not say after the game what the injury was, but he left and didn't return. So it's going to be interesting to see moving forward, because I don't think they can go to where they're trying to get to without him.
Oh, man, I'm sick of this shit, man.
But that move Saquon hit on for 14 yards, Ocho. He hopped over the dudes backwards.
Hold on. He spun. He made somebody miss, did a spin. In the middle of the spin, because he was already behind, he knew the guy was going to go low and jumped over him. A reverse, what you call that? Reverse what? A reverse hurdle. There it is. Bro had a reverse hurdle. Chat, y'all don't understand. A reverse hurdle?
That's like a wrestling move. You know when they sling somebody into the turnbuckle and they hop over backwards? I look, that's as good a move that you're going to see for him to be able to do that. But I'm confused. There was a play late in the ball game where they're trying to run out. He hurdles a guy and slides down. I don't know if you saw it. And the reporters didn't ask him about it. They didn't ask him about it, and I don't think they asked Sirianni about it. And I'm trying to figure out what was going through his mind. Did he think they were out of timeouts? Did he think he had the first down? I'm confused why he would slide in that situation instead of getting the first down. So I was confused. I think he miscalculated. It'll be very interesting to hear what his thought process was and why he did
somebody
that.
Was probably in his ear. Somebody was probably in his ear and told him to do that. He just didn't realize the situation and the fact that he did need the first down. I call it, you know what I call that? I call that overcoaching. Overcoaching. You had your player thinking more than they should instead of just playing the goddamn game. And probably based on the situation, having situation awareness in that moment, you'll know to get the first down and then slide.
I agree. I was surprised that he did it, because I was like, what was Saquon? You got to get the first down in that situation. You had to have miscalculated something, because they no way he's sliding like that, because he slid like he thought he had the first down. And so, or he didn't think they had any more timeouts, but they had 2 timeouts and they had the 2-minute warning. So I was just totally confused by what he did in that play. But the play that he had was incredible. That caught the pass, spin, hop, backwards. I don't even know. Can you do that in Madden?
No.
You will. I bet they add it.
You think so? I mean, they probably can. Matter of fact, it should be a feature specifically for him, because I mean, a lot of people hurdle, so they might as well add it. Just a reverse hurdle. I like it. That's dope.
The Bengals beat the Raiders 41-24. Joey B gets the win. Only 6 more to fulfill the Ocho promise of 7 wins in 9 games. Rookie Jermaine Burton was a healthy scratch after missing walkthrough on Saturday. Joe Burrow just didn't have to do the little things right. Mike Hilton, you're a grown man. Nobody's gonna baby you anymore. What do you think, Ocho?
The Bengals won. Joe Burrow. How many touchdowns Joe Burrow threw today, Unc?
5. He was 27 of 39, 251, 5 touchdowns. And the pick, that guy, Ocho, that guy studied the hell out of some film. That's like the second or third time he done picked the jailbreak.
Did that last year too. Did it last year too. Listen, I tweeted it, and some of the people complained, well, if I think maybe Yoshi, if he said if Yoshi had made the block. Listen, Jack is reacting as soon as the ball snaps based on facial recognition, and he already knows it's coming.
And you see, once he sees Chase bubble,
he gone. He going right to it. So you really can't even get to the block or make an attempt to block him, because you already know what's going on. But
and sometimes that's why you have that guy Yoshi that's normally going to block. You let have him go up the rail, because the guy's going to react like Jack Jones do, and then you hit him up the rail.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good.
Yeah. You can get him, but if you throw that ball, if he get a reaction like that, and you throw that ball to Chase, it's go another way if he can catch.
Hey, but again, on Jermaine Burton being late, obviously doing the same thing that Dak did. I haven't had the chance to talk to Young Bull. I think TJ Hushmanzada is a mentor of his. He trains with him, and I think TJ got to talk to him. TJ got to get in his ear. Listen, they're tolerated. They're tolerated until they can replace you. Now, Burton is a special talent. He has a lot of talent. He can help this offense in a tremendous way, especially with his speed and being able to stretch defenses. So I would like for him to do whatever he needs to do. I'm not sure. I'll probably reach out to him. You got to do the little things, man. If you do the little things right, it'll pay off for you. It'll pay off for you. So I want to see him.
The old Bengals would have tolerated this behavior, but the new Bengals aren't. I love what Joe Burrow said. I love what Mike Hilton said. Bro, ain't nobody babysitting your ass. You're a grown-ass man.
Right.
Get here, be professional, show up on time, do your job, do what you're supposed to do, and let's go try to win football games.
You know what he should do?
I mean, he was sitting on the bench. Did you see? I don't know what was said, but he was sitting on the bench next to Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow said something to him and got up, walked away. Jermaine Burton gets up, walks away. Joe Burrow goes, sits back down on the bench.
Nah, I ain't see that. I ain't see that.
Take a look at it. He said something. I don't know if he said, "Don't sit next to me," or "What are you doing over here?" He said something, because all I know is he got up, and when Burton got up, he went back and sat down. That's all I'm saying. Now, you deduce for whatever you want to deduce from that, but check a clip.
That clip. Matter of fact, Joe might be upset. Joe might be upset because he understands how good he is. He understands. But he does understand how good he is and how he can help. He can help the team, and he's hurting the team by not being available, by not doing the little things right. If you can't do the little things like show up, practice, catch the ball, then you won't be able to help us on Sundays. So hopefully he'll get it together and add another dynamic and another weapon to the offense that Joe can use. And Joe's probably frustrated. And when your quarterback gets frustrated, that's not a good thing. That's the wrong person you don't want on your side.
Ash sent you the clip. But Joe tried to win games. I love that Joe holding people accountable, and that's what you have to do. Your best players must hold everybody accountable. Your best players must be your hardest workers. Your best players need to set the standard in which everybody conforms to. That's what happens. That's how you win.
Oh, yeah.
He said something now. Okay, now he said something.
Body language and mannerisms. You could tell something wrong. Body language and mannerisms. You could tell something wrong. Yeah, he pissed. Yeah, he was.
He says, I don't know. Ocho, we can deduce, but we don't know what he said. But he turned and he said something to Burton. He got up. And when Burton got up, he went back and sat down.
Yeah, he hot, boy. He gonna get right. He gonna get right. Listen, listen. He probably got enough people in his ear already. I don't want to be, one of those. He got TJ. I'm sure who's just gonna reach out.
But that's why he didn't fall in. That's why he fell in the draft. He had issues at Georgia. He had issues at Alabama. That's why he dropped. We're not making this stuff up.
Right.
He dropped Ocho, and sometimes guys can have that's why they call them red flags. They're warning signs. Sometimes guys have flags, and they say, you know what? It's time for me to mature. I'm not a kid. I'm not in college anymore. I'm a professional. I'm an adult. I need to conduct myself as such. And then somebody uses it as, hey, that's who I am.
Nah, okay. You can't do nothing.
They'll tolerate it until they can replace it.
Not this level. Because listen, your visit can be real short, huh? Your visit can be real short.
The Chargers defeat the Browns. Rough day for Jameis, 3 interceptions. Damn, he might need to have another LASIK surgery. 1 week after Jameis helped engineer a season-best performance, the Browns offense struggled against the top defense in the NFL. Cleveland had 57 total yards at halftime. Jameis Winston has now thrown 102 interceptions, the most by any player in 100 career games since Matthew Stafford in 2016. Browns sacked Justin Herbert 6 times today, all of which were in the first half. Wide receiver Quentin Johnson had a career best game of 4 catches, 118 yards receiving. Huh? Go. Oh, he a horn frog. Oh, that's Ash. He wears the Ash app.
Yes, sir.
Ocho. Sometimes I wonder what Jameis sees. I wish I could look through his eyes so I can see what he sees.
Hey,
ain't no way you could throw the ball directly to the other team that many times in your career, Ocho. Ain't no way.
I can't even.
I need to see. For one, I don't ask for a whole lot. I ain't never wanted to be like another man, my brother. I wanted to be like my brother. But I just want to be able to see in a game. I wish I could see what Jameis sees just for a game. So I could tell him, Jameis, that guy got on a different color uniform. He's not your teammate. Because the way he be hitting guys between the numbers, he got to be colorblind. He might need to wear goggles like ED because LASIK didn't do him no justice.
Damn, Unc. Damn.
Ocho.
Hey, did the interceptions, were you able to see each one? Did receivers run wrong routes? Were they covered? Did they get blanketed? Or he just threw?
Man, them dude undercut. It looked like it was like 2-man and he hit dude right in the chest.
Okay.
Damn. And, you know, there are a couple of plays last week. If the Ravens could catch, they'd have had interceptions.
You're right.
Kyle Hamilton dropped the interception. That would have sealed the game.
Play, they scored. You're right.
And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, do you know, Ocho, do you know how bad you got to be to throw 30 plus interceptions in a season?
Yeah. I think, listen, last week's game against the Ravens, I think it's different being that you're kind of preparing for one quarterback and another comes in, and then a team has a week to prepare and game plan for you, and understanding because of your past inconsistencies at the quarterback position, all right, this is what I know we can do. And, you know, after a week to prepare, knowing who the quarterback would be, I mean, this is the kind of game you get. You get a 3-interception game.
Ooh. 26 of 46, 235, 1 touchdown, 3 picks.
Damn. They threw the ball 46 times?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Boy, I wish I could have played today, boy. Golly.
Yeah, man. I don't know.
Who the Browns got next? I hope they got an easy game. I hate using the word easy. But do they have
that's what team would their defense could be pretty good, but the offense keeps them out on the field so long, you're gonna wear down.
Nice, boy. That defense, nice.
Who the Browns got next, Ash? Oh, it's gonna be a yuck fest. They got the Saints.
Oh shit. So Jameis going back to the Saints.
Where's this game in New Orleans? In New Orleans, yeah.
Hey, that's tough. You know what? I
think I'm gonna watch highlights of that game. Ain't no way I'm watching that game.
Hey, I hope.
Hell no.
The players. I don't mean to go back to the previous game, but I hope Derek Carr doesn't lose his confidence, because the players in that locker room, the players on that team,
they done lost confidence in him.
Yeah, I know. Because whenever you see players, you know, lash out at the quarterback like that, without really saying his name, oh, put me at quarterback, and like stuff like that, he done lost him. And then watching Cam Jordan and his reaction, watching Kamara and his reaction,
they ain't got no respect for him, man. I keep telling people it's the same thing that when last week when the guy was horse jiving around and they ended up catching a Hail Mary. You play for your teammates' respect, your coach's trust, and the fans' appreciation.
Damn.
Those are the three. And if you play for those, everything else will take care of itself. You want your players, the teammates to respect you. You want your coaches to trust you, and you want the fans to appreciate the effort that you put out. The Panthers beat the Saints 23-22. Chris Olave stretched it off the field after a scary hit. Olave's brother was active on Twitter. Bro just called. He's up and active. One follower said, might be time to have that talk might be time to have that is it worth it talk. Josh Olave, who's the brother of Chris, it ain't worth it in NOLA. I tell you that.
Hey, everybody upset at Derek Carr, boy. Everybody's upset at Derek Carr. I saw Cam Jordan, walking away. He didn't even go in the locker room. I think the players are upset. I think the players are fed up with his play. Obviously, playing a game against the Carolina Panthers, and when you look at it on your schedule based on the way they played this year, that's a game you should win. That's a game you should win. And due to the quarterback play and the inconsistency at the quarterback position today, they weren't able to pull it off. On that fourth down, I think what was it, 4th and 2? Fourth and 4, whatever it might have been.
You talking about Derek Carr? He throw the go ball.
What do we do? What do we? Help me,
bro. He make it seem like he been lighting it up all day. He was 18 of 31.
Why is that your first choice, especially in that scenario? Why do you throw the ball that has the least percentage? Exactly. Well, that's not making any sense. At least give your team a chance. At least give him a chance. I don't understand what he was thinking in that situation. And I know. Listen, I know the players hot. I know the players are hot. I listen.
Hell yeah! You just lost to the worst team. But hey, Saints, I don't know if y'all noticed this, but y'all done lost 7 straight. So are we sure the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL? And it's not the Saints? I know they got talent. You look at Kamara and you look at Olave and you look at Cam Jordan, you look at Marshawn Lattimore and DeMario Davis and the Honey Badger. I know I can throw out some names for you.
Think about the first 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, averaging 40 plus points a game.
I thought the Saints were finna run the table, boy. I thought they was finna run the table. Derek Carr looked good. Kamara looked good. The offense looked good. I don't know what happened. I don't know where they were going.
Michael Thomas goes in on Derek Carr but they fired all them coaches trying to cover his flaws up, and still he doing the same ish. Dude tried to lie and say, I was jealous of them making Chris Olave wide receiver number 1. Whole time he can't even get him a decent ball. He needed his butt whipped. This year, his buddy went first team All-Pro. That year, his buddy went first team All-Pro in 2022. He needed 180 targets just to catch 100 passes. He is butt on my granny. Dude, scary and panic. He just throws the ball. Get him the F out of here. He's so butt.
Damn, man.
Okay, Derek Carr for you. I've been told y'all ish sad. Saints players' post-game reaction showed they've officially given up on the season. Cam Jordan, we just lost to the Panthers. I love y'all, New Orleans. Truly had higher expectations and the best of hopes of us. For us, y'all deserve it. Kalen Sanders said, fans keep saying lose so we get the number 1 pick. Hell, throw me in at quarterback. Ish. Let's have something fun to watch. He then tweeted, mofo cheekbones shaking.
Hey, but they hot, huh?
New Orleans, y'all deserve better. My only goal is to finish above 500 at this point. Rams defeat the Seahawks 26-20. Kareem Kitchens, 103-yard pick six, tied the game up in the final minutes. Seahawks tied it up in the final because they blocked a punt, and they ended up scoring a touchdown in the final seconds. They got stopped 31 and 4th and 1, and the Rams go down the field. The Rams win it on a walk-off, one-handed grab by DeMarcus Robinson. Puka Nacua got ejected for throwing a punch. The league office ultimately controls ejections. And however, Xavier Woods not getting ejected for sending Chris Olave to the hospital, but Puka Nacua gets ejected for throwing a punch, especially when Trent Williams has thrown punches in multiple games without getting ejected. That's what Pro Football Talk tweeted. I can see it. Brian Branch got ejected. And see, that's when you're dealing with subjectivity. That's why, gymnastics, or you're dealing with diving, or you're doing things that have judges come into a play. These are officials. One official see it one way, but that's normally a call. Ejection normally comes from the league. And I don't get it. Because like you said, Trent Williams almost took a dude's head off 2 weeks ago. Hey. Yeah, I do remember it. But I don't think he realized who he had punched. I know he didn't think he was going to be able to put T-Dub and he go get away with it. Man, if you notice, people don't play with Dub. He mushed a Sherm one time. He ain't the guy that you get to face somebody do it. Because he going to do it. Don't tell him, hit me. Yeah, I don't know. I think the league is gonna have to like answer the question: why was it a dude ejected that hit Olave? So it's gonna be a very interesting answer that they give.
If they're gonna make the call and start ejecting people, they have to be consistent with it. They got to be consistent.
The Titans defeat the Patriots 2017. Drake made heroics, sends the game into overtime. May heroics would have ended after throwing an interception with 2 minutes left in overtime. May did some magical things to send the game in overtime, but 2 costly mistakes, a strip sack, and an interception in overtime provided the ultimate learning experience for the number 3 pick in the draft. I thought they were going to do it, Ocho. I thought they was going to do it.
I did too. Drake May. Hey, you got to cut them interceptions out, baby.
They're not good enough to overcome.
You got to cut them interceptions out simply because of what you just said. You can't overcome the interceptions.
No, you don't have that kind of team. They've been very. I mean, think about it. That's why the Patriots are so good, because Brady didn't beat them. They didn't beat themselves. Brady didn't put the ball in harm's way, even when he had exceptional defenses. He didn't put the ball in harm's way because now you neutralize it. Now you drop yourself. You lower yourself to the competition. No, we're better than you. We're not going to help your cause. So no, if you beat us, you're going to beat us doing your own, play it out, playing us. We're not going to give you turnovers and increase your opportunities to beat us. That's not going to happen. But yep. So the Titans 2-6, Patriots 2-7.
Both bad, huh? I feel like you know what? Hey, if they need some help, man, I could be out there. I could play a little quarterback now. I played quarterback at Beach.
Nah, you good.
Blue 80. Check.
You ain't pointing to the mic.
I just pointed to the mic, man. What you talking about? I just pointed to the mic.
Okay. You want to call his number out? Call his number out.
Mike 52. Hey, watch the safety coming down. Watch that. Watch safety. Yeah. All right, motion. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, boy. Boy. That's what they need. They need somebody like me at quarterback, man.
Also, we had another incident, Ocho. Video has emerged this morning showing Jason Kielce walking near Penn State Beaver Stadium and getting approached by a college student, shouting his name and asking for a fist bump. Excuse me. One person can be heard heckling Kielce using a derogatory language about his brother Travis and girlfriend Taylor Swift. Hey, Kielce, how does it feel that your brother is the gay slur for dating Taylor Swift? The person yelled. Jason was not having any of it as he turned around, grabbed the person's phone and slammed it to the ground. As Jason goes to pick the phone up, the guy shoves it. And Jason hands the phone back to him and says, "Who's the F now?" 3 times.
Fight back, Jason. Don't do that. Don't put your phone in people's faces. Give people space. Show respect.
It's okay if the guy don't want to fist bump you guys. It's
I
okay.
saw the
It's
video.
not the end of the
He
world.
got the phone all out, all in the man's space.
Man, come on. See, I used to say we're better than this, but we're not. Because after a certain point in time, Ocho, this is who we are. This is what we've become as a society. Because what the internet has done is made so many people famous. And so many people want their 10, 15 minutes of fame that they're willing to cross lines in order to achieve it. But sometimes you can make the wrong play on the wrong day. Leave people alone. I get it, Ocho. Sometimes when we do our job, we have to talk about people. And we have to talk about the football. And like we talked about the Tom Brady situation and his wife, they're moved on, they're going their separate ways and X, Y, and Z. But I'm just trying to figure out Travis Kelce dating Taylor Swift, that impacts this gentleman's life. And why would you call that man his brother out of his name? So how do you think the man was going to respond? Why? I mean, why would you do that? You went there with the person to try to get a reaction out of Kielce, out of Jason.
I mean, these are college kids, though. So you already know how they are. They're not thinking straight. They're not thinking. They saying the first thing come to mind.
So
college, why?
So the college kids, are they going to be adults at some point in time?
In college. Now you was wild. Now
Yeah, but I ain't called nobody. But Ocho, because like I said, I'm big on respect. Yeah. I ain't going to nobody's face being disrespectful. And if I don't like somebody, I'm not talking to them.
The world we're in today. You have to understand these kids in the era. And you just said it yourself. Attention, media, going viral, internet. How can I make a name for myself? I mean, just all that stuff tied in today. And, kids don't know how to act. And, this is the era of cell phones and recording every goddamn everything.
They do. It is. We've gotten to the point. We put everything on the internet. We put what we're eating, what we're wearing, and X, Y, and Z. Yeah. It's just got to the point, man. It's
everything,
I just don't know. I just wish Jason wouldn't have had to yell those words back to him. Right. Just kept it moving. Just grabbed him. He did what he did, but just keep it moving. Don't lower yourself. To I just hated that some people go out of their way trying to get a celebrity or an entertainer or somebody famous to get a reaction out of them. I hate that that's where we are right now. Ocho, if it's somebody that I don't like, I don't follow them. If they something come up on my feed, I scroll right past it. I don't listen to their music. I don't watch their films. Okay, we don't jive. We don't get along. I don't kind of like what you stand for. Okay, ain't no harm, no foul. And I'm definitely not going to seek that person out to try to start a confrontation or try to get out there somehow. I just, you just avoid the situation. But I just don't, man, people now, damn. Ocho, I said before we started, this is who we are now. Because, Ocho, you remember say, are we really that bad? Are we really like this? At some point in time, you got to come to the conclusion, this is who we are. This is what we've become as a society.
Remember you got mad with dude in the airport when you had a bear?
Yeah, with the dog. Yes. He wanted his, because I still don't know how, like I said, he must have been expecting somebody else was there because nobody knew I was there that day. Because normally I get a service to take me. I drove myself. So nobody kept it. Sometimes I'm picking up Shannon Sharpe or somebody, a restaurant say, reservations, Shannon Sharpe, Ochocinco made reservations, and the paparazzi will show up. Sometimes they have, assistants or that'll alert the paparazzi so they can get pictures. So I was very cautious that day to make sure that I drove myself. And normally when I go to the airport or even anything in that, I have someone to drive for me. But I was cautious that day. And I noticed him earlier, Ocho, but I say, well, you know what? Nah. And the thing is that, like I said, the lady had come because she had to pick the dog up from one country.
Yeah, that's right.
She had to fly from one country, go to another country to get the dog, bring the dog back to me. She was only going to be in the airport for like 10 hours because the next flight was going to leave. So my thing is, I'm giving this lady a lot of money. I need to make sure she gets back through security. So I was like, ma'am, do you mind if we do the transaction over there? And she's like, sure, no problem. Because at first I didn't see her because she had Teddy in a carrier. So I'm looking, I'm like, and I called Shelly. I was like, Shelly, I don't see this lady. Shelly get on the phone, call the lady. She said, well, she's standing X, Y, so forth, so on. She got on this. She got on this. I turn around. I was like, I see her. I got her. And I'm like, but he wanted reaction. I mean, I guess he wanted me to shove him or something. I gave him what he looked for. He got his little, he got his moment of fame. But I mean, to call somebody brother a name, derogatory, what did,
you gotta start
bro.
leg
Come on, you in
these
college,
fools, man.
Well, that's what happens. I mean, people get really disrespectful because they ain't never been slapped before.
You gotta make an example.
So, yeah, man, that's why you think I stay in the house, Ocho? People like me, no, because I just want to be left. Hey,
right.
I get from point A to point B, I'm walking. Oh yeah, because Jordan, if he worked for whatever airline we flying on, because he got to get everybody their bags. Me and Ash done got off the plane. I'm like, hey, what the F is Jordan? I said, don't worry about it.
You out of there.
You can wait, I'm gone. He getting everybody bag. You need your bag, ma'am? Here you go. Sir, you need your bag? Which one is yours? Jordan! You do not work for this airline. Do you hear about Derrick Henry? No gluten, no fried food, no dairy, nothing processed. How that working out for him, Ocho? Derrick Henry. King Henry.
I don't know how it's working for him. It's working good, ain't it?
I'm asking you. He says he doesn't eat processed food. He doesn't eat fried food. He doesn't eat anything with gluten.
Right.
He doesn't eat anything with dairy.
I'm asking I don't believe him. How about that? I don't believe. Where Derrick Henry from? He from the
Derrick
crib?
from Florida. Yeah, he from the Jacksonville area.
Man, that nigga lying, man. I ain't listening to him, man. Stop lying, man. Hey, he have a career though.
I mean, I think for you, I think the thing is, Ocho, when you take that, think about it. Derrick Henry had almost 1,400 carries in high school.
The graphic.
Topped on with another 600 in college. Topped on with another 2,000 in the NFL.
Yeah.
Ocho, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know if he eating fast food.
Listen, he might not be as fast food, but everything he ran off and might have said for media-wise, for good context, but look what I'm eating, and which is why I'm playing so well, I ain't believing that shit. I can tell you that.
Yeah, but I think no. I totally can believe it because I was like that during the season. I didn't eat anything fast food. I stuck to the Tupperware. And then I had a situation where maybe for 2 weeks, 3 weeks in the off season, I would eat whatever I want. Not every single day, but if there was a couple of days I wanted to go to the Houston, which was one of my favorite restaurants, I would go there and get the chicken. Back then they used to have chicken tenders. They don't have them anymore. Or I get the burger. That's still my staple now. But for the most part, for me, it was in my mind because I felt once I altered my diet, I felt I played better. And so now my brain has convinced me.
You know what that's called?
That I played better on this.
Yourself. You mind yourself and feeling like what you're consuming is improving your play when that really had nothing to do with it.
The same way you mind fuck yourself and say McDonald's don't mess up your play. You see how you mind fuck yourself?
Stay with me now. There's a certain skill set that you've honed and perfected when you started at Savannah State until you got to the NFL. When you was with Denver, you worked on that craft. And you perfected it to a point to where you became a Hall of Famer. What you put in your body ain't changing none of that. No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
God damn it, it won't. I promise you. We can argue all goddamn day.
Let me ask you. So you didn't improve. You didn't do anything different. You ran the same. You did the same drills in high school and college that you got to the NFL. You changed absolutely nothing. No, hold on. Wait a minute. So from high school, you changed absolutely nothing. You did the exact same thing in high school, college, and the NFL.
Routine when it comes to training?
Did you change anything from high school, college to the NFL? Why? Because you had already honed your craft over years and years. So why would you change? I'm talking about my
training regimen. I'm not talking about what I consume to eat.
So why would you change anything? That's my point.
Okay, it worked for me. I see what you're saying. Okay. I'm with you a little bit. I'm with you. Talk to me now. Come on, man.
Adam Schefter tweeted, here's a sentence that hasn't been written or uttered in this century. Since before Dan Snyder owned an NFL franchise, players want to wind up in Washington playing for the Commanders. According to Schefter, in recent weeks, there have been players who privately stated or told their agents they wanted to be traded to the Commanders. Ocho ranked the current teams around the league that players don't want to play for. You get Dallas, Las Vegas, Cleveland.
Places that
Carolina. We got to put Carolina in there.
Players will always want to play for Dallas. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take them off that list. Cleveland probably, because the quarterback situation, even with Jameis playing the way he played last week, I don't think players will want to go to Cleveland. Carolina, for obvious reasons, because right now things aren't going well for them.
Which one you going to put first, or where you going first?
I'm not going first.
Yes.
Let's go Cleveland. I'm sorry.
Over Carolina?
Carolina first. Carolina first, and then Cleveland. After Cleveland, the Raiders.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, having the Cowboys in that is to me, it's ridiculous, because it's still America's team. No matter what you want, whether they're winning, whether they're losing, they still the headlines regardless because of who they are. So I would never put them and listen, anybody that knows football in general, if you're a player, you'd want to play for the Cowboys.
And plus, Texas and Las Vegas doesn't have Nevada doesn't have state income tax.
So that order was cool, right?
So
Carolina, Cleveland, Raiders.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can see that. Carolina, Cleveland, it get cold. At least in Vegas,
right?
You know, I got 8 games at home. I'm indoors, no state income tax. I got the Strip. Jacksonville, we added Jacksonville. Where you want Jacksonville? So would you go Carolina, Jacksonville, Cleveland, Vegas, Dallas last, or would you go Carolina, Cleveland, Jacksonville,
I don't even
Vegas?
Man, listen. If you
Florida ain't got no state income tax either.
They got the quarterback. I really wouldn't consider a place I wouldn't want to play, because hell, Brian Thomas Jr. could do it.
Are we sure they got the quarterback? I mean, they got a quarterback that's making a lot of money. We sure? Are we sure?
It's tough. Hey, listen, players get coaches fired. I think Doug Peterson might be on the hot seat. If he doesn't get fired, there's one person who's going to save his job. That's Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence. Hell, Trevor. Matter of fact, Doug Peterson, you need to thank Trevor Lawrence and Brian Thomas Jr. ahead of time. Thank him ahead of time, because if you don't get fired this season, I guarantee you it's going to be because of the play of those two.
Man, I don't know how you keep that job if they don't make the playoffs.
Make what playoffs?
Just gonna be honest
Who
with
playoffs?
That was okay. I don't see how you keep that job, did.
Right.
I don't see how you keep that job, did. Well, but I agree. I think I'd go Carolina. Man, but Cleveland fan base is so passionate. They show up. Them jokers been sucking for forever. And the fans and the dog crowd, they show up. They be out there tailgating. I look, we played them. I went to Cleveland, obviously in Baltimore. They're in the same division, and they be out there. We played them in Denver a couple of times at the old municipal stadium.
Yeah,
they be out there, Ocho. Now, you don't get that kind of support in Jacksonville unless you win it, and you still ain't getting the kind of support that they get in Cleveland. And you damn sure ain't getting that in Cleveland, and you damn sure not getting that in Vegas, because a lot of the people in Vegas, they're like transient. they came here from somewhere.
Right.
They're not Raiders fans. But nah, yeah, Carolina be last on my list. I would say Carolina, Jacksonville. I put Cleveland third because the fan base is passionate. And we've seen when Jacksonville loses,
nobody showing up.
man, them seats empty like a mug.
Mm-hmm.
Them seats empty like a mug. All it took was 10 games for the Indianapolis Colts to bench Anthony Richardson in favor of 39-year-old Joe Flacco. Even though Richardson is just 22 years of age, 10 games was enough of a sample size to draw the conclusion that the last year number 4 overall pick hasn't gotten it done. Jalen Hurts is a prime example of giving a young quarterback an opportunity to develop. Hurts said his development is why teams should be patient with young quarterbacks. I think things do take time. Things take time, and everybody has a different approach to going in. I wasn't supposed to be the guy I am today. Nobody expected that, but I took advantage of my opportunities, and that's what I encourage everyone to do, regardless.
I don't like the move. I don't care what nobody say. I don't like the move. It's your number 4 pick, right? It's your number 4 pick. Now, what I think, what I'm saying is happening. I don't like the fact that they're benching him. For one, he didn't play a lot of college football. He didn't play a lot of college football. He didn't get a lot of snaps. The amount of snaps that needed to be able to come in and transition into the NFL and be prepared.
Right.
Just being big, strong, fast, and having an arm is not going to get it done. It's not going to get it done. So the only way to improve in the NFL is with reps. With reps. He's the future of the franchise. He's the number 4 quarterback. So the only reason I think they put Flacco in is to save the season. Do we have a chance to make a run? So what we're gonna do is we 4-4. I think, but they are 4-4, right?
What's the coach? No, I don't know if they're 4-4.
You don't think so?
I don't know if they run 4 games, Ocho. They might have.
No, I'm.
They're 4-4. They're 500.
See, right. I knew it. So what they're doing, what Coach Mr. Steichen is doing, he's making a change because he feels the team had the chance and the opportunity to make a run. Mm-hmm. At some point, Anthony Richardson will be the future of the Colts, but right now we're going to put Flacco in because he gives us. They feel, which is true statistically, Flacco gives them the best chance to win right now and compete.
And this is a compete division because the Texans aren't what they were. Right. Jacksonville is very hit or miss. Mm-hmm. We know what the Titans are.
Yeah.
So, and look, I know people are saying that, he tapped out and that's one of the reasons, but you got to look at his Ocho, this guy has a worse completion percentage than Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow completed 46% of his passes. He's completing 44%. That's 4% lower than Jamarcus Russell. Did we think Jamarcus Russell and Tim Tebow were good quarterbacks? No, we didn't. And his completion percentage is worse than theirs. He needs time to watch. They put him in too quick when he wasn't ready. And what happens is, Ocho, is that when you draft someone that high and you draft him at that position, you're not waiting because after the end of the 3rd year, Ocho, I'm going to have to make a decision. I'm about to have to get these guys $300, $400, $500 million. I need to see.
Right.
And in the process of that, because like you said, he didn't play a whole lot of football. And he didn't play a whole lot of football in a pro-style offense.
Right.
A lot of his stuff, he was running the football. Well, he said the NFL was easy. I can't tell. If the NFL is easy and you completing 44% of your passes,
right?
What the hell you think would happen if the NFL was hard, Ocho?
Can I tell you one more thing, Unc, that I don't like? I'm just saying, chat, y'all stay with me real quick. Like, listen to me when it comes to the game of football. When you're drafted at high, you have expectations, you have friends, you have people telling you this, you that, and you get to the NFL, you get drafted that high, then you plan, you have a certain high, a certain aura and feeling about yourself where you feel good. You know what it feels like to get benched, Unc? Do you understand what it feels like to get benched, though?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
As a quarterback, forget some of the other positions, because some of the other positions you have an opportunity to bounce back, and you have an opportunity to make those plays again. But as a quarterback, I think it does something, especially when you're young. It does something to your psyche. I'm assuming it has to. It has to do something to your psyche. So now you're telling me I'm playing bad. I'm playing so bad. You're going to sit me down and bench me for Joe Flacco. So if I do get the opportunity to play again, what's the first fucking thing I'm going to do? I'm going to be goddamn indecisive.
Hopefully you learn.
Hey, I'm gonna be hesitant. I'm not gonna make the big plays I was making earlier. I don't
Give me his last three
it's
games.
just weird. It's weird to
If he
me.
complete like 9 and 10 passes.
Yeah,
Hopefully he gets an opportunity to sit and watch. And then he can come. He said, well, Joe, what if Joe asked him, and he can ask Joe, what did you see? Why did you go there?
right.
Because that's the biggest thing, Ocho.
Right.
Ocho, you can't throw 30 passes and complete 8 of them in the NFL. You're not gonna win like that.
Yeah. And and you know what? And then we can't blame the receivers because they got a squad now.
Yeah.
Hey, they got some boys now.
Ocho, Tom Brady posts song lyrics after Gisele announces her pregnancy. Brady posted a sunset photo via his IG stories using the Chicks cover Landslide as background music. He added song lyrics to "Oh Mirror in the Sky, What is Love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides?"
That must have been one of their songs together or something. Hey, hold on. I'm confused though. Hold on now. So
What you confused by?
She's pregnant like with a baby?
Yeah.
What else? How she pregnant?
No, she's pregnant with
an iguana. Now, hold on. Now, if my math serves me correct, it's only been a year. So if it's only been
it don't take but 9 months.
That's bingo. So if her and Tommy just broke up not that long ago, that means her and Buddy had to be doing the do while they were still together.
That might have been a possibility. He might have been putting meat on her back then. Okay.
Oh, Lord, that ain't good, man.
Hold on. Why do you think somebody, because of who they are, is exempt from what the casual man experiences every day?
I just said that's messed up, you know, you know, it's life though. It is what it is. It is what
they separated. They separated, Ocho.
They separated now, but I'm just saying, just the thought of it. You might have been separated, but before you were separated, you know, you was planting the seed already. The seed might have been getting planted. I ain't no motherfucking fool.
Look here. Right. A lot of times, men or women, they're not leaving the relationship unless they got something lined up. There are very few people that will quit a job without having a job already lined up. Now, sometimes it has happened. Just like sometimes people will leave a relationship and totally be scot-free. But that's a rarity.
Wait. So, say that again. Say what you just said one more time. Some people.
I said normally people won't leave a relationship unless they got something already lined up. Now there have been situations where they just want to get out from under that situation. It's just like a job. Sometimes people like, I ain't got nothing lined up, but I just know I need to leave this job. But more times than not, people have another job already. Hey, I'm up out the door.
That's crazy, boy. With a baby though already?
Maybe she wanted one and Tom didn't.
Nah, man, Tommy.
Maybe
I ain't trying to hear all that, man. Tommy would have gave her another one if she wanted another one. Like it ain't been 2 years now. You already got the wah already.
Hey, so hey, you broke up with your girlfriend. You waiting? Hey, we break up. I'm putting meat on somebody that night.
Damn, you ain't gonna heal what? Oh shit.
I'm healed.
My bad.
Hey,
you gonna heal?
I need somebody to help me. I need somebody to help me get over this. Can you help me?
Listen, that help you talk about that's temporary. Hey, that pain gonna seep right back in as soon as you done. You ever heard of post-nut clarity? But that shit hurt you, boy. Huh?
Nah.
Yeah. All right. Damn.
Hey, it happens, Ocho. Once we go our separate ways, whatever you do, that's your First of all, it was your hoo-ha when we was together. So if you chose to give it to somebody when we were together, it is what it is.
Time out. Rewind. Let me tell you something. It's never your hoo-ha. Ever.
Lions wide receiver Jameson Williams could face his third suspension by the NFL after a recent gun incident, the Detroit Free Press reports. Williams had a gun in his brother's car during a traffic stop. He did not have a permit to carry a concealed weapon. prosecutors are investigating the failure to arrest Williams at the scene. What happened was the police realized who he was. They got an opportunity that, they got to be something special. Detroit paper, Freedom of Information Act, started digging. Like, well, man, watch. But anyway, the police officer could face charges of their own. It's all happening while Williams is serving a 2-game suspension for violating the PEDs. He is eligible to return Sunday after the game. Guys, if you're going to get a firearm, get it registered. Get a firearm permit, a concealed weapons permit to carry it. Bro, come on, man. I know. Ocho. Yeah. Bro, he don't like his money. He don't like money. He got suspended 6 games last year, Ocho, for betting on football. He just got suspended for 2 games.
Hold on. Hey, Unc, you say he driving in the car, he got pulled over, right? He's like, so
his brother was driving. I guess it's his brother because he was in the passenger seat. His brother was driving.
Supposed to take that. He's supposed to take that. When the officer comes, do you have any?
He said, yeah, 2 of them. One in the back seat, one in the passenger seat. You riding. I mean, what you expecting to pop off?
I ain't even got nothing. I ain't even got nothing for that one. I can't fight for that one, there, boy.
Yeah, man.
You know, I'm not sure how Detroit State works as far as being able to carry. I know at home, at the crib, now it's open carry state for whatever. Hey, you.
Oh yeah. That's Georgia same way. Yeah, I mean, I used to have a card. Right. I had a card. You had a concealed weapons card, but now they let you take that thing anywhere. You could take it anywhere. That's why you have to be careful in the South, because in the South, you run up on somebody and they got that thing tucked. All that road rage, you get out your car walking up on somebody, they let you have it. They have you doing the Macarena in the street.
Hey, that's a good one.
Bad plead. They give you a button up, man. Hey, you see, that's why they every time they pow.
That's a good one.
Leave them people alone. Yeah. Hey, somebody cut you off? Go ahead, bro. Obviously, you in a hurry. Hey, when people cut me off, I tell them speed on. Hell ain't full yet. That's where you trying to go to. But I ain't finna. Now, back when I was younger, old young Shay, I drive in front of me and I slow down.
Now what?
Now all of a sudden, you got a problem. You cut me off. I just did the favor. Return the favor. Not no more, Ocho. People let you have it out there. Well, we let each other have it. Let me take that. We let each other, because you best believe, don't play now. Yeah. Man, come on, Ocho. Guys, we got to be smarter than this. But here's the thing. If it's his brother's car and his brother's driving, I'm a passenger, I'm good. Right. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know what you want me to say. Hey, I'm just a passenger in the car.
Damn, man. Fuck, man. I hate. It's like one thing on top of another.
Yeah. I think it was Texas. Dude road rage and the dude got out.
Yeah. He
was beating on the guy's window. Did he? Man, you come at somebody in a threatening manner, you yelling and screaming, just roll down the window and let him have it.
Hey, even though he wasn't a threat,
did he die? No, hold on, Ocho. What he did, he walked up.
Oh, now that's a different story. Now you talking.
Even if he didn't have it, you can't walk up on somebody bamming on their window. You're approaching someone in a threatening manner. Right. And you got to be,
And why would you walk up? Listen, once you draw, cardinal rule number 1, if you from the crib, once you draw your weapon,
if you don't pull it out, you better let it go.
Gotta let it go.
You got to let it go.